Bill, putting aside China and the US, what would be the single biggest risk to global growth, and also ideally the prospective shining light that we'll find in the global economy outside of China and the US over the next few years?
Oh, the biggest single risk to global growth? It obviously would be in China. It would be that we are underestimating the pace of slowdown in the economy at the moment because they do have excessive debt, they do have severe overcapacity. We're believing that the authorities will find a way through this and gradually rebalancing their economy towards more consumption. But if the authorities were to make some policy mistakes, I believe they need, for instance, to introduce a fiscal stimulus package pretty soon that's targeted at encouraging consumption, not just adding to overcapacity. I think that would be, to me, that's the biggest risk at the moment. I'm not too worried about the US. I think the US has sort of got through their issues now, and we can expect to see the US consumer continuing to provide the engine room for the US. We're disappointed that US business is not cooperating, but that sort of seems to be a global problem, that corporates are looking at their balance sheets and believing they still need to stay in this debt minimisation rather than profit maximisation world. So a pleasant surprise would be if we saw a change there, including here. But I guess it would be some policy mistakes in China that would mean that the downturn that they've got, the cyclical recovery I'm expecting to see, doesn't appear, and indeed it collapses even further. Because it's China that's affecting the emerging markets. They're the ones that have had their commodity exports, both in price and volume, being hit, and they're now being exposed because of the high level of US dollar debt in their private sectors. So another lurch backwards in China undoubtedly would be the key. It used to be that if you understood the US, that was always your central model, and things could work off that. And obviously the data in the US highly reliable. Now, when China's become the sort of the lead factor, and you can't be confident, anywhere near as confident about the data, about most of the things about that economy, it becomes a scarier exercise.